and fellow students. The topic today addresses BP Oil on ethical behavior of corporate social responsibility when dealing with potential threats to the environment. In April 2010, BP's Deepwater Horizon drilling rig, located in the Gulf of Mexico, exploded and sank, causing the 4.9 barrels of oil to spew out over 3 months, causing 11 deaths, many injuries, ecological disasters, and several economic damages. The disaster over the nutrient-rich outflow from the Mississippi River Delta, most productive areas in a prolific Gulf, exposed over 1,800 vulnerable larvae and young to the toxic oil. According to the United States government, BP added 9 million liters of chemical dispersants to the oil to clean it up, roughly over covering about a third of it at its depth. American citizens were outraged in the irresponsibility of BP Oil Company, including United States administrators and lawmakers calling for a review from the Minerals Management Service, a federal agency who oversees offshore drilling, was accused of having a cozy relationship with oil companies. The Deepwater Horizon catastrophe depicts the fusion of responsibility in the company, where no one was assigned accountability to their members or for their individual actions. Managers and employees stated that they were just following orders to continue drilling despite oil emptying the Gulf of Mexico. Even though BP organization acknowledged what they were doing was morally wrong, top management and the federal government did not know how to fix or assume responsibility to lead the containment efforts. Ethical standards and corporate social responsibility plays an integral role in the wake of the Deepwater tragedy, and that corporations like BP should be held accountable for the societal consequences of their actions and behaviors. Ethical wrongdoing caused corporations as well as shareholders to suffer major damages such as government fines and penalties, civil penalties from class action lawsuits, lower stock price and lower dividends, numerous administrative costs associated with ethics training to company personnel, and legal and investigative costs. Other costs include customer defections, loss of reputation, loss of employee morale, higher degrees of employee cynicism, higher employee turnover and recruiting costs, and costs of complying with harsher government regulations. According to researchers, BP did not provide an adequate strategy to protect the environment and did not provide longevity of natural resources, compromising the ability to protect the planet ecological system. The ruling in the Court of Appeals in New Orleans, Louisiana, confirmed a lower court's decision in which BP was found guilty of the gross negligence and willful misconduct in a catastrophic disaster, imposing possible fines of $18 billion in federal penalties under the Clean Water Act, and also found responsible for being at fault for 67% of the blame, which they had already allocated out a total of $27 billion, in which $14 billion was in cleanup and $13 billion in local compensation claims. Social corporate responsibility is very important because it demonstrates how companies who are socially responsible earn the trust and respect of stakeholders, strives to make the organization a great place to work, shows genuine respect for the government, and tries to make a difference in bettering the society. This philosophy impacts on how consumers face their corporate loyalty and how companies are positively impacting their community.